Hi everybody, my name is Derek Fowler, and I hope that you're learning a lot about different jobs and careers that people can have. Today, obviously, I'm talking about beekeeping. I am a beekeeper, but it's a hobby for me. But that doesn't mean that it couldn't be someone's career. Many beekeepers do develop this hobby into a career. Now, the way that that works really quickly is I'll describe to you that honeybees are needed for pollination of our fruits and vegetables that we buy at the grocery store. Every 3 bites of food that we eat is responsible due to the pollination of our honeybees. So honeybees, when they pollinate fruits and vegetables, you get a more symmetrical, a well-rounded piece of fruit that looks good. It's got good coloration. So a honeybee is responsible for this, and farmers will pay a beekeeper to come to them and put their hives on their farm, in their orchards, to help pollinate the fruits and vegetables that the farmer ends up selling back to the grocery stores. As an example of this, out in California, you may notice I have some almonds here. Out in California, almond production, there's so many almond trees in California, but there's not enough honeybees to pollinate all of those trees. So those almond farmers are willing to pay beekeepers to bring their beehives, and they'll strap them, a bunch of them, onto 18-wheelers. And they'll carry them out to California and leave them out there for the few weeks that the almond trees are in bloom. Now, the way that pollination works, you may know this already, and I might just be doing a review, but the flowers attract honeybees through their bright colors. Now, what the flower is interested in is offering up a sweet reward to the honeybee in the middle of the flower, which is where the pollen is as well. The pollen is what sticks to the honeybee because the honeybee herself is covered with hairs, and that pollen will stick to her, and she'll go visit another flower, and thus she pollinates the flower that she visits. She'll also take that pollen back to her colony, back to her beehive, and she will keep that, and that will be preserved as food for the other bees in her colony. Now, that's not the only kind of, honey's not the only thing that you can get out of a beehive. Honeybees produce wax, and they produce wax on their abdomen, and many beekeepers will use that wax to make candles, or you can make lip balm. Maybe you've heard of Burt's Bees lip balm. That wax helps to really protect your lips against chapping. So some of the tools that you use as a beekeeper, I'm going to step away for a second and show you one of the most important tools is my smoker. So I have pine needles in here that I light on fire. I have to be very careful with fire, but I am able to interrupt the alarm signal of the honeybees with this smoker. Also, I'm going to use something called a hive tool. Now, this is what helps me crack open the lid to the beehive and separate some of the boxes. You'll see that this particular beehive is a couple of boxes tall. I had some other boxes on top of it, but I removed them just so we can get through this really, really quick. I want to show you what we do is we let the bees know that we are coming. So we give them a quick smoke at the front door and then a little bit of smoke inside. We don't have to choke them, just let them know that we're coming. So what I'm going to do is use my hive tool to loosen up the frame that the honeybees are on, and I'm going to bring this to the camera and show you that all of these honeybees are working to make baby bees, which are under this brown part here that looks like cardboard. You'll notice over here in the corners, this is capped honey that the bees use to feed their babies. So they keep the groceries really close to the babies. So this is called a frame, and this is what the honeybees raise their babies on. They live completely in darkness in the beehive. They have different roles that they play. They're nurse bees, they take care of the babies. Then they're caretaker bees, they clean out the garbage in the hive. Then they become foragers later in life. And I don't have enough time to show you the queen. It takes a while sometimes to find the queen bee, but she's in here, and she is the single mother of all of these other bees. These are all her daughters, and they are the workforce of the beehive. So I hope you enjoyed this. Keep in mind, this is a hobby most of the time, but some beekeepers do enjoy it as a career. I hope you enjoy your career day. Thank you for inviting me. Bye-bye.